Perfect, perfect. What's going on, guys? For those of you that don't know me, my name's AJ Sandberg. I've been in this business for 3 years now. I've been in network marketing for 7. And, it's crazy because these weekly calls, I was just telling one of my leaders these weekly calls are what gave me the mindset and the skill sets that I have today. So props to you for being on here week in and week out. If you're on every single Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, then good for you, because you're doing what it takes to win in this business. It's exactly what I did. I didn't know anything about building a business, about leadership, about, emotional intelligence or anything, right? And so me hopping on these weekly calls is what got me there. It literally taught me everything that I needed to know, because I was learning these skill sets and mindsets and tactics from the top people in the industry every single week. And so super excited that now I get to do these calls and teach you guys the same things that I've learned over the last, 7 years in this industry. So type in the chat if you guys are excited. Type some 7s in the chat if you guys are excited about this topic. Unfunk yourself. Right? Unfunk yourself. It's kind of a funny, a funny phrase, but I think it's something very important to learn, right? I think everybody let's be honest, type some 1s in the chat if you guys have ever felt in a funk before, right? On a daily basis, on a weekly basis, maybe just once or twice a month, right? Type some 1s in the chat. Be honest with everybody. Type some 1s in the chat if you've ever felt in a funk, right? With trading, with building a business, with your mindset, with just anything, okay? Love it, love it. Love how honest everybody's being. So here's what you have to realize. You can't, I think the law of attraction sometimes can be a negative thing to us because we think we can just positive our way out of everything, which is true. But in order to find a solution for a problem, you have to first admit that there's a problem, right? Like you have to first realize, okay, there's an issue. How do I solve this issue? So I think a big issue with a lot of people is, maybe they wake up in a funk and they try to tell themselves, oh, I'm not in a funk. I'm not like, no, I'm perfectly fine. When in reality, there may be something bothering you, and there may be a solution to that problem that you can get by, but you have to first realize what that problem is, okay? And so I think the law of attraction is very important, and I'm going to incorporate that into this training because it does apply to it. But I think the first step, and you guys can write this down, the first step to getting out of a funk is knowing that you're in a funk, okay? It's knowing. Not speaking it, right? The power of our thoughts and our tongue is unreal. Okay. But you have to first go, okay, I don't feel like myself. And you don't need to say the words, I'm stuck or I'm in a funk, right? We don't speak that type of language, but you can realize, okay, I don't feel myself. I don't feel myself. That's way better saying than saying, I don't feel good, or I feel in a funk, or I feel sick, or I feel whatever. Saying those things is going to attract bad negativity into your life. But if you can just wake up and, say you wake up and you're just like, man, I don't really feel like myself. What do I need to do here? Okay. And the best thing that you can honestly do is create motion in your life. Create motion in your life. See, here's the biggest issue with people that get into a funk or feel like they're stuck, right? They feel like they need to step away. They're like, oh, I don't feel like myself. I got things going on that are just, messing with my head. Let me step away. Let me go take a nap. Let me go, rest. Let me go take a drink, right? Let me get a beer, right? Like that's how people solve their issues, is they do the exact opposite of what they should do. What you need to do is you need to take action. Tony Robbins talks about this. Motion creates emotion. It is a scientific fact that when you get your cells moving, right? You get your body moving, your cells moving, that it automatically rewires your brain. It automatically rewires your brain. So if you can get your body moving and you can take action, you're automatically going to feel better. You're automatically going to feel better. I promise you. There's a reason why people that have, issues in their brain, they know they have something going on, they go to the gym and they go pound the gym and they go work out and they work out and they work out because it's therapy. People say that as a joke, like, oh, the gym's my therapy, but it's real. That is a real thing, guys. There's nothing better than getting your body moving, getting your cells moving and changing the state that you're in. That's what it does. Literally getting your body moving changes the state that you're in, your cells. Okay. If you ever listen to Bob Proctor, he talks about how we're not really like people. We're just like a bunch of moving particles moving so fast and so closely together that we can't even tell. Okay. Like our bodies are just like a bunch of moving cells. And so basically what happens is when you get into a negative state, your cells start to move slower, right? And if your cells are moving slower, you start to think slower and you start to talk slower and you start to get tired, right? And so what happens is if you guys move your body, right? You move your body, your cells start to move faster. And when your cells move faster, your brain starts to move quicker. When your brain moves quicker, you feel more awake, you feel more alive, you feel good, okay? And so one of the tricks that I learned from Tony Robbins actually is he says, whenever you don't feel like yourself, put your hands above your head. So I want everybody to do this right now. We're going to do it all together. I want everybody to turn their cameras on because I want to see everybody do it. I want to see everybody do it. Turn your cameras on and we're going to do it together. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Turn those cameras on. Turn those cameras on. Let me see those beautiful faces. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. So what I want you guys to do, I want you guys to put your arms straight up all the way over your head. And what you're going to do is you're going to, don't do it right now. Just wait, because I'm going to explain what you got to do. You're going to pull down as hard as you can while breathing out as hard as you can. And then you're going to breathe in as fast as you can when you bring your arms back up. And then you're going to pull and breathe out as fast as you can again. I want you to do that 10 times. 10 times and then type in the chat how you feel. So we're going to do it. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that was 10. That was 10. Type in the chat how you feel. Type in the chat how you feel. Like I feel good. Like my body, my heart rate's going. My body feels good. I feel energized. I feel like I feel like I just drank an energy drink, right? I'm good. Tony Robbins teaches that, right? So all of you guys just made your bodies move. You just got you breathe heavy. You got your body moving. And what you did is you got your cells to move faster. So now you're thinking faster. So now your body's like, oh, let's go. Let's do something, right? Just know that you are 100% in control of your emotions and how you feel, guys. Motion creates emotion, okay? Just remember that. It's super important to know because whenever you're in a negative state or you don't feel like yourself, you have to get up. You have to get up. I'm 100% real, guys. So many people think I'm just perfect all the time, right? I never feel a negative state. I never feel upset. I'm just 100% perfect all the time. And that is just not true. I will be 100% honest with you. Yesterday, it was about 5 or 6 o'clock. And I had spent most of the day in the house, right? I went to the gym in the morning with my son, but then we got back from the gym at about noon. We ate lunch and I'd just been literally sitting in the house. I was ripping messages and doing calls and stuff, but I'd just been sitting in the house for like 6 hours. And I felt my mind, because I had just been still for so long, I felt my mind start to get cluttered. I started to not feel like myself. I started to get into that funk, right? Where I just didn't feel great. And I was at about 6 o'clock and, I told my fiance, I said, hey, can you watch Charlie for a second? I just need to go for a walk, right? I decided to get up. Decided to get up and go for a walk, right? And just focus on my breathing, focus on my thoughts. I called Joey for a little bit, talked to him. And I just got my mind in the right place because I was moving, right? I was moving. I was talking to Joey. I was, focusing on nature, my breathing, and I was getting into a positive state because I got up and I got out. And what ended up happening, guys, was I got back from that walk and I was in such a good mood. And while I was on the walk, 4 people went in the system. I went on a walk for like literally 30, 40 minutes. And by the time I got back, I checked the Telegram chat and 4 people had gone in the system, right? Understand your mental state will attract everything into your business, good or bad, right? If you're in a negative state, you may think, oh, it's fine. My team's good, right? Like, oh, I'm in a negative state, but my team's working. My team's fine. They'll put people in without me. They don't need me. Guys, I promise you, if you're in a negative state, your team ain't putting nobody in, right? And they may for a little bit, but eventually it's going to wear off. You always get the energy that you put out. If you're putting out negative energy, guys, you're going to get that right back. If you're putting out tired energy, you're going to get that right back. If you're putting out, slow moving, bad energy, you're going to get that right back. Okay. You guys got to understand that if you want to stay in a positive state 24/7, first of all, get all the negative people out of your life. That's number one. Because I promise you, you're going to continue to get into funks, to get into bad thoughts, to get into bad rhythms, to just, be in a bad state. If you've got people around you that are pushing you in the wrong direction, right? They're telling you they don't believe in you. They're telling you that you suck. They're telling you, what are you doing with your life? They're telling you, oh, you're lazy. Oh, you're fat, right? Like, you got people like that in your life, you're going to get into a lot of funks. And eventually you're going to get into such a bad funk, you're not going to be able to get out of it. And so that's step one. Eliminate anything possible that could get you into a funk. Bad people, bad influences, your TV, right? Like there's literally so much bad that could come from you watching TV. So much. The radio. I mean, the radio and the TV is literally like, it's just bad news. It's literally bad news or stupid news that gets you to just be a dummy, right? It literally just gets you to be a dummy. I mean, you guys have to understand what you consume is so important. Your input will always equal your output. Write that down. Write that down. Your input will always equal your output. So the audios, right? What you listen to input wise will always control your output. What you eat input wise will always control your output. What you watch input wise will always control your output. Guys, that is number one. Number one to unfunking yourself is to literally get rid of any negativity in your life. There's people in my family, guys, that I don't even talk to because it's just bad energy. It's bad to be around those people. I don't hang out with people that do bad things and are bad influences and talk bad and just are all about drama and negativity. Like, I'm good. I don't care if you're family or not. I don't need to spend time with you. My well-being is 10 times more important than me listening to your bull crap, than me being around negativity. So you have control over your environment, guys. You 100% have control over your environment. And so the best thing to not even get in a funk in the first place is to control that environment, control your inputs, right? Control get the negative influences, the negative people, the people that are putting you down, the people that are not supporting you, get all those things, right? The TV, the radio, all this bull crap that is bad input, that's going to control a bad output. Get it out of your life. Get it all out of your life. And once you get it all out of your life, you're going to notice you're so much more at peace with yourself. So much more at peace. And so many people will tell me, oh, well, it's hard to get this person out of my life, right? There's this, and this, right? I can't get that person out of my life. Or, oh, I need to watch TV because of this, and this. Or I need to listen to the radio because of this. Or blah, blah. No, you don't. You don't need to have that person in your life. You don't need to watch that TV. You don't need to listen to that radio. You don't. You're just not willing to give it up. Because it may seem hard. You know what's hard? Living your whole life not being at peace with yourself. Living your whole life being unhappy. That's hard. You guys have to understand that your inputs will always equal your outputs. So always focus on what you're consuming visually, right? What you're listening to, what you're speaking, what you're thinking. It's all your senses, guys. All your senses, right? Taste, touch, smell. Help me out in the chat here. Taste, touch, smell. What is it? Hear, sight, sound, touch, and taste. Hear, touch, hear and sound is the same thing. Help me out in the chat. What are the 5 senses? I can't even think of them. But it's the 5 senses. Hear, touch, smell, taste. Hear, touch, smell, taste, and see. Yeah. Sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. Okay, yeah. So what are you seeing? What are you looking at? Are you looking at crap? Are you looking at poverty? Are you looking at, bad influences, drugs, alcohol, evictions, bad things? Are you looking at this bad stuff? Or what are you looking at? Are you watching YouTube videos of the dream houses you want to live in, the dream cars you want to drive? Are you looking at your vision board that's right on your wall? Right? Me and my fiance, we had date night a couple weeks ago. It was her week to pick what we did for date night. And she said, I want to make a vision board. Right? That's how you know you got a real one, guys. when your girl says she wants to make a vision board for date night, don't let her go. Don't let her go, all right? I promise you. That's a keeper. So she said she want to make a vision board. And so now we have a vision board that we look at. It has the car I want to drive, the amount of money I want to make, right? It has the vacation that I want to go on, right? What are you seeing? What are you seeing? What's your input for your sight? And you got sound. What are your sounds that you're listening to? Are you listening to negativity? Are you listening to people putting you down? Are you listening to, negative thoughts? Or are you hearing positivity? Are you hearing praise? Right? Practice praise, guys. Practice praise. You guys have to praise yourself. And whoever is praising you the most in your life, go spend the most time with that person. Whoever you're getting the most praise from, whoever is constantly putting you up, constantly hyping you up, right? They're your hype man. They're your hype beast. They're saying you're a beast, bro. Or you're a lady boss, right? You are a rock star. They're just constantly gassing you up and praising you for your hard work. Go spend time with those people, because you start to hear that more and more. You're going to start to believe it. Your confidence is going to go through the roof. Okay? Smell, right? Even smell. What are you smelling? Right? Does your place smell like booty hole? Right? Or does it smell good? Like, do you got good scents that make you guys, fragrance? People don't even realize how powerful fragrance is. Your fragrances stimulate your mind. Like, what candles do you have lit? What scent are you wearing, right? Do you smell like crap, or are you wearing good deodorant and cologne or perfume? Right? Do you have a lavender candle on, or what? Right? Smell is very powerful for your mind. Taste, again, input. What are you eating? What are you eating? Because what you're eating is going to control how you feel. I guarantee you eat McDonald's for the next 3 days, you're going to feel like a pile of poop on that 3rd day. You're going to be in the biggest funk you've ever felt. Promise you that. We went to State Fair twice this weekend. And I think that's honestly why I got into a funk yesterday. Because I'd eaten deep fried this and deep fried that. And come yesterday night, my stomach was just like, ugh, and my mind followed. That's why I had to go for that walk. So I'm telling you, what you eat, very important, right? And then touch. Start to touch the things that you want. right? Do you want the brand new iPhone? Go look at it in the store. Go touch it. Do you want a nice chain, right? Do you want a gold chain? Do you want a silver chain, right? Go to the jewelry store. Go try them on. What car do you want? Go test drive the car you want. Go into the house, your dream house. Go see where open houses are. Go touch the house that you want to live in. Guys, all these things, you got to use all of your senses. All of your senses to keep yourself out of a funk. That is how you keep yourself out of a funk, is you use all of your senses to focus you on where you want to go, positive information, positive inputs, and guess what? You're going to get positive outputs. Okay? So that's how you stay out of a funk. How you get out of a funk is by doing all of those things as well. The same stuff that keeps you away from a funk is the same stuff that'll get you out of a funk. Right? If you're in a funk, if you do not feel like yourself, go eat a good meal, good healthy meal. You know, go talk to that person that constantly praises you. Go look at your visualizations, the dream house, the dream car. Go touch it. Right? Light a good candle. You know, take a bath, light a good candle. It's good smells. Get yourself smelling good. Get yourself smelling good smells, right? Stimulate your mind. I know some of this call, you guys are probably like, wow, this doesn't seem like groundbreaking information, but I'm telling you, it is. 24/7, you have to be in control of your mind. The minute that you lose control of your mind is the minute that you make a mistake, right? One of my favorite quotes in the world, and it's got me to operate a lot differently as a person. It can take years, okay? We're not even gonna use numbers. We're just gonna say years. It can take years to build up your character and seconds to destroy it. Write that down. It can take years to build up your character and seconds to destroy it, right? You spend all this time doing all these things to earn people's respect, to grow yourself as a person, to be a person of good character and integrity, right? And all it takes is you being in that funk and not yourself for 1 second, and you make a bad decision. And that bad decision ruins your character like that. And now you're done, right? Now you got to start all over. And that is why it is so important to keep yourself in such a good mindset. It takes you saying that one bad thing to that person, and they look at you differently for the rest of your life. It takes you making that one wrong move in business, and your whole team looks at you differently, right? It takes you, saying you're going to do something and not doing it. That one move, because you're in a funk, right? So just understand, guys, this isn't even going to be a long call, because I think it's so simple to understand and so simple to do, but also what's easy to do is easy not to do. And a lot of you are going to listen to this information and maybe not apply it. And that's cool, but just don't be confused on why you don't feel like yourself, why you don't feel good. I think the first thing you have to do, okay, is eliminate all negativity from your life. Any negative input, right? Anything that is hitting you in a negative way needs to be eliminated from your life or resolved. Eliminated or resolved. After that, after you've gotten all the negative inputs out of your life, now you're going to have a lot more positive outputs. But the way you get positive outputs is, like I said before, sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. Get all your senses working in positive inputs. You got positive sights, positive sounds, positive smells, positive taste, positive touch. All of the inputs are positive. And if all the inputs are positive, there's no way you can have a negative output. There's no way, right? There's laws in this universe that basically say, polar opposites can't coexist. Polar opposites cannot coexist. Negativity and positivity can't coexist. You're either a positive person or you're a negative person. It's one or the other. You can't be both. Either you're operating off of faith or you're operating off of fear. You can't do both. You can't have faith in what you're doing and be fearful. And you can't be fearful and have faith in what you're doing. They don't coexist. It's one or the other. You can't have positive inputs and negative inputs going in at the same time. No, it's one or the other, right? It's one or the other. Either your input is negative right now or your input is positive right now. Either your output is negative right now or your output is positive right now. It's it. Either you have good influences in your life or bad influences in your life. Either you're headed in the right direction or the wrong direction. It's not like, oh, well, I'm headed in the right direction, just, at a slower pace, or, I have obstacles I need to climb over. But no, that's not how it works, guys. Either you're in the right direction or you're going in the other direction. Another one of my favorite quotes is either you're growing or you're dying. There's no staying the same. There's no staying the same in life. Sure, your income might stay the same for a month or 2 months or maybe even 6 months, but eventually it'll go up or down. Eventually it will go up or down. There's no such thing as stagnancy in this life. Either you're growing, either you're moving forward, either you're positive, either you're operating off of faith, or you're going the other way. You're going the other way. So guys, the best thing I can tell you to do after getting off this call is to get all your senses moving towards positive inputs. And then you'll have positive outputs all day long. And if you do sense that you get yourself in a funk, right? You don't feel like yourself, move. You are not a tree. You can move. Get up off your butt, get out of the house and move. Just get up, move your body, breathe heavy, move your arms up and down, and start getting your senses moving towards positive inputs again, and watch yourself flip out of that funk in literally 30 seconds. 30 seconds to 60 seconds. You'll be back at it. You'll be ready to go. So now that you guys know how to unfunk yourself, you'll be able to stay a lot more productive and get to your goals 10 times faster. So type some 8s in the chat if you guys got some value out of that call. I know it was a quick one. I wasn't going to make it long because it doesn't need to be long. All you guys need to know is positive inputs equal positive outputs. And if you can control your motions, you can control your emotions. So I appreciate you guys for hopping on here. Glad you got some value. Go type in your chats if you got some value from that call. And I will see you guys in Texas in 2 days. Hopefully all y'all got your ticket. Let's go. Peace out. Go.